Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Okay, man, so I'm on BoxingScene.com, and this article just came out. Luis Ortiz laughs at Joshua. Where's your pride to fight the best? Okay, now, there was an article that came out yesterday. I actually did a video about it where Joshua was saying that he has no problem in facing Ortiz, but the Ortiz fight would have to be after the Pulev fight. Joshua also went on to say if he is, somehow stripped of the WBA title, so be it. Those were his words, okay? So let me read what Luis Ortiz and his manager had to say in response to what they heard from the Joshua article, okay? They say, I had to laugh, buddy, because after reading what you said, it shows a lot about you and your pride to fight the best. In your words, you say you will get stripped of the WBA belt if you don't fight me. If the WBA enforces their rule, and those are your words, Ortiz told BoxingScene.com. So what's funny is, why not just let them strip you of the IBF and come face me? All right, before I keep reading, I also said that in the video yesterday. Somebody left a comment saying, why should he be faithful to the WBA? He should be faithful for the IBF. I don't know. Just, to me, that's a more entertaining fight. If you're going to get stripped of a title, me as a fan looking at it, I would rather see him face Ortiz than Pulev. Some people want to see him fight Pulev first. I would rather see the Ortiz fight. If you're giving me an option of Joshua fighting Ortiz or Pulev, he has to pick one, and he will be stripped of one of his titles. I will go with the Ortiz fight. All right, but Joshua and his team in Hearn, they're adamant on facing Pulev first. Okay. He also goes, okay, so Ortiz goes on to say, so you can say and trick the public all you like, but I know the truth, and maybe you really don't want to face me. Maybe your promoters are pushing you another route, and that's as far as away from me as possible, but at the end, we both know we make the last call. I love to face you for belts, and I mean belts. You say in your articles it's over money. I think if you fight Pulev, then you're the one looking for a payday. At the end, the public will know this. Pulev will last about 2 rounds. I don't kid the American public. Sell that joke in the UK with your promoters. The ball is in your hands, little buddy. Okay. Ortiz manager Jay Jimenez reiterated that they are contractually entitled to facing Joshua next. Okay, this is what his manager had to say. Luis wants Joshua, and Joshua knew what he was signing, and for him to know he is not just a mandatory for him, but that as a condition to his agreement when he fought Klitschko for the WBA belt, he has to fight him. There is a big difference, okay? Gilberto Mendoza himself said it plenty of times, and it's in the WBA's resolutions, and you never objected, so quit the games and let's do this, said Jimenez. Now, we've been over this so many times now, man. Pulev and his people say, no, we were the ones that were going to get the title shot first. Then Ortiz and his people, I know that Ortiz and those guys were due to get... Now, if you guys remember last year, when the WBA put together that heavyweight tournament, it's just so long ago now, but they remember when they put together that bracket, and on one side of the bracket, they had Klitschko Fury rematch. The winner of that was going to fight the winner out of Luis Ortiz, Ustinov. Okay, then on the other side of the bracket, Kendo had a bye, and I think it was Lucas Brown versus Chagayev. Then the winner of the Chagayev and Brown was going to fight Kendo. That's when they first put that tournament together. Then a lot of shit fell apart. Lucas Brown ended up getting suspended. So, just a lot of shit fell apart. But Ustinov and Ortiz didn't take place from the last that I can remember. It didn't take place because Ortiz and his team, you guys can look these articles up, they said that Ustinov was not willing to take a certain drug test. Was it the VADA? I think he refused VADA testing. I should have looked it up, but the articles are out there. And that was according to Jimenez and his side, that they refused to take that testing. So then the fight was off. So they were just going to advance Ortiz to fight the winner out of Fury versus Klitschko, the rematch. And we know what happened with all that. The fight never took place. Fury was out, and then Klitschko went ahead and fought Joshua. Joshua took place of Fury for that fight. It was just a big unification fight. Okay, so that's what I always thought it was. Right when that, as soon as Ustinov didn't want to fight, that Ortiz was elevated. Well, he was just going to move on to the next round of that tournament and fight whoever was going to have that WBA title, whether it was Klitschko, Fury, Joshua, whoever it was. That's how I always thought about it. So I don't know, man. I guess we'll see how this all pans out. I know Pulev, when he fought, I know he earned the second mandatory position last year when he beat Chisora by split decision. Parker was originally the IBF mandatory. If you guys remember, he was the original IBF mandatory to fight Joshua, and then that whole situation happened with the WBO, to where they had put Parker versus what's my man's name? Parker versus Ruiz Jr. And they just made that fight. So then Parker and his team went that direction for the WBO. So then that's when Pulev was going to get his shot a little bit quicker than having to sit and wait for Parker to fight Joshua. But that fight never happened, right? So and then after that, Pulev went on to have some tune-up fights. Yeah, he fought Kevin Johnson. He fought Samuel Peters. So I'm getting off track here now, but I guess we'll sit back and see how this is going to go, man. But Ortiz is definitely, calling Joshua out. I'm curious to see what Joshua says about this, about, a fighter calling him out. I know what the fans are going to say, but I'm curious what he's going to say about this. But yeah, man, what do you guys think about that, though? As far as him having the IBF and WBA, and it seems as if, we don't know yet, we'll, figure this out in a few weeks, I guess, but it seems as if he fights Pulev, the WBA may strip him. Or if he went ahead and fought Ortiz, the IBF may strip him. Which one of the titles you think he should hold on to? Do you guys think he should just take the Pulev fight and just take the Pulev fight and let, Ortiz fight for the WBA title, whether it's they try to make something happen with Wilder, or whether they make Ortiz fight, I don't know, Ustinov? Is he the next highest rated guy by the WBA? I got to look the rankings up, but what do you guys think about all this? You guys have been thinking in the comment section. I'm out.